Watch out, ham radio cat. Hey, good afternoon, guys. It's KB5MIQ Bigboy. I had one of my listeners ask me about GMRS. He saw that I had my GMRS license, so we're going to talk a little bit about it today. I'm still a beginner in GMRS, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit what I know about it. GMRS is a fixed channel service in the UHF band. The cool thing about GMRS, you can get 5 watt, 40 watt radios, just like you can for UHF and ham radio, except they're going to be channelized. You don't have VFO. You buy the radios, even the repeater pairs are already set up in it. You just have to add the PL tones for your local repeaters. Hey, ham radio cat, come on, get up here. It's a interesting service. Good for local communication, especially if you're close to a repeater. You would have the same range coverage basically you would have with a standard ham UHF repeater. Also, I think the big attraction to GMRS is the fact that there's no license. You pay a $35 fee and you get a 10-year license, just like an amateur radio license, that everybody in your family can use the same call sign, unlike ham radio, which requires every user to have their own call sign. It's interesting. I'm going to tell you why I got it. For me and my wife, for her to keep up with me local when I'm out here on the farm. I got 30 acres here and I'm on a lot. Or if I run down the road to Tim's or something. Hopefully, maybe to get her a little more interested, maybe getting her tech ticket so she can keep up with me further through ham repeaters. Sad to say, come on, cat, watch out, baby. I have been sad hammed or sad GMRS'd by a repeater user, owner of a repeater. I got on there and evidently I used the wrong GMRS lingo, and I was told right quick that if I couldn't use the right GMRS lingo to get off his repeater, which I did, and won't be back on it. So, you have the same issues there that you're going to have with anything else. I did a little check. Right now we got over 750,000 licensed hams in this country. Come on, not head. And there's almost 350,000 licensed GMRS licensed in this country. So it's a good tool to have in your toolbox, even if you're a ham radio operator. And we're finding out that a lot of these guys that's got into GMRS are getting interested in amateur radio. So that's a good thing. If you're wanting something for local communication, farm, rural use, set up your own little network of communication in a neighborhood, whatever, the GMRS would be great for that. But you're only getting one mode and one use out of it, basically. There's no other options you have there with it. I don't think they allow linking. That's a big controversy. I really hadn't kept up with it. I don't really understand why they wouldn't let you link GMRS repeaters when they let you link ham repeaters, but I'm not going down that road, so I don't understand that. I did pick up a pair of GMRS radios off Barry Bryant up at Choctaw Hamfest back in January. So I'm going to show you what I got and what I'm using them for, and a little user review of the Bofang T20D two-way radios. And when you get the box, you get all these accessories. There's a programming cable, programming, couple of program things. I'm wondering if you can just use them with chirp. Nice little cool orange lanyards you can put on them. 2 sets of the throat mic, earbuds, belt clips, and the brick for the charger that goes with it. And mine's laying up here on the bench because I had to charge these yesterday. I have not had the time. I'm sure you can program them with chirp. I tried a Bofang charging programming disc on my original UV5R, and I never could get it out of Chinese, but I'm sure you can program these with chirp. And really the only reason you'd want to program them is put the PL tones in, I would say. Now, this is what the radio looks like. It's a little voice command radio. Doesn't have any kind of a screen on it.
Power on. 1.
Channel 1.
2. 3. 4.
Just like that. They're little 2-watt radios. They work good around my place. I was going to test them out on about a 6-mile road ride the other day, and I hadn't charged them and mine went dead. My GMRS call sign is Whiskey Sierra Mike Delta 530. And what I've set up for me and my wife, I actually made a little label. And this is when the sad GMRSer told me that you should use Unit 1, Unit 2, or however. So I've set call sign, Unit 1, Unit 2. And they work. Good, simple tool to have in your toolbox. I'd recommend anybody to get them. And if you run into Barry at one of these hamfests, he'll fix you up. These were, a pair of them was like $25 and come with all the accessories. So, well, man, it's a good thing to have. I'm enjoying it. I'll be the first to admit I hadn't used it much. I don't use a talkie much anyway. I always carry a talkie to a hamfest or carry one traveling with me if we're in a car. My car doesn't have a radio in it. And I'm trying to get in the habit of taking these with me in my side-by-side and leaving one with Pam here at the house, because we've had instances where we couldn't get a cell phone call to go through. I was out in the backyard one day needing to ask her something, so I tried to call her, it wouldn't go through. I had to come in the house. Are you not listening to your phone? It's not ringing. So goes to show you that when cell phones don't work, things like these will work. And if you get into GMRS, it's very inexpensive. Like I said, these were $25 for the pair. These are just 2-watt talkies. Bofang has a 5-watt GMRS talkie. It's about $40. So you'd already have a 5-watt radio, same as you would if you had a UHF talkie in the ham bands. So, I got my mic on. I had to put my mic on. After my last video, I forgot everything I was doing in it. But anyway, it's a good service. A lot of people use it. Jeff's got it, and his kids live within about a 1 to 2 mile radius of him, and they've all got the radios, which they can able to keep track with each other like that, especially in inclement weather, things like that, where the cell phone may or may not work. I highly recommend you try it. Even if you got your ham license, don't hurt to have a GMRS license. Nothing, you're not breaking any laws by having both of them. I don't see a problem with it at all. A lot of areas are starting to put GMRS repeaters up. I think 4 states is trying to put a repeater up now. Hopefully I'll find out a little bit about that Saturday morning when I finally get a chance to go to one of their ham meetings. It's been a busy spring for me on first Saturday. But that's basically everything I can tell you about GMRS in a nutshell. I think it's cool. It's just a single function, single mode channelized radio. It's real inexpensive to get into. And like I said, we're seeing some people actually start, once they get GMRS, it kind of piques their interest and they want to try a amateur radio out. So that's a good thing. It's a win-win for both services. Well, that's about all I can think of on covering that. Got several hamfests coming up. I plan to be at 4 states May 30th. And I will be there. I may be there all day. I may just be there in the morning because my wife informed me we got grandboys' birthdays that we think that weekend. So I probably have to leave by 11 or so to go to a birthday party. Other hamfests coming up. I got invited to the DFW Ham Expo and I've got an auction on that Saturday. I'm trying to work out if it's feasible with me to ride out and spend some time Friday afternoon at it, and I may end up doing that. I plan to be at Shreveport in August and Mena in September. So those are ones I'll always like to go to. Had a great time at the Emory Hamfest. Really did. That was a good Hamfest. They did a good job. And I plan to continue doing my interviews with younger people at these Hamfests because we've got to get them interested in this hobby. And like I mentioned, I got to talk to my daughter this weekend. Maybe I'll get to go talk to that fourth grade class. That ought to be interesting, but hopefully I get to. Well, guys, that's about all I can think of. MRG Labs be the first slide you see. Dan Major's radio and app repair over in Farmersville. Broken Circuit Ranch, Circle 6 mail drop, and door planner links are in the description of my video, a description of my channel on YouTube. I've decided to put them there permanently and leave them there. All the other usual slides follow. I've got one more Hamfest added down in Texas City. My NASA engineer buddy David sent me that one. And I've got some Hamfest schedule on there all the way till November. The Atlanta Hamfest, I plan to be there in person on that one also. Guys, we're at 2,317 subscribers. I appreciate all the comments. Keep commenting. I love hearing from you guys. This is KB5MIQ Bigboy, 73. Guys, as usual, I forgot something. I didn't realize y'all couldn't see the accessories, so I'm gonna. Okay, this is the owner's manual that comes with that radio. This is the typical Bofang programming cable. This is the charging cable. It's got two heads on it where you can charge them both at the same time. This is the programming disc that come with it. The lanyards that come in the box with it. The brick to hook up to the Alexa AC power. Here's your two earbud lip mic setups and belt clips right there. So I'm sorry, my photography skills still bad, so I didn't get that in there. So I'm going to add this. Thank you.